Morning! We're just getting ready to pack up. Sometimes I can hear a bullhorn coming from over there in the direction of town. Jack wants to play frisbee, so sounds like they're getting ready to do their little celebrations. Jack really wants to play frisbee. We're gonna go down there and check it out. That'll be kind of our plan. And then as soon as it's over, we'll continue walking. I think there's supposed to be some sort of party from like 2 to 4, like one put on by the town, so we'll see. Looks like they're raising the cross, maybe? Or not cross, the pole. I was just trying to see a little bit more of the town, and I stumbled across one of these, and it looked like there's a lot of people gathering, so I'm going to try and get a little bit closer.
Den här dansen. Morgon så klar och sola och sken på himmelen så rör hon natt. Jag är som ljusa jänta och jag, allt upp på landavägen och jag, jänta och jag, allt upp på landavägen och till vägen. Så här gör pojkarna var de går och var de sitter och var de står. Och får vi lov och sjunga pojkarnas visa. Och neff, 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 neff. Och neff, 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 och neff, 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 och neff, 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 neff.
Definitely felt cultural. It ended kind of quickly though. Total celebrations probably lasted less than an hour. This is definitely a rich person town. It's from all the big boats and just the way people dress. So we're gonna just take a quick lap through town before heading out. Alright, I think we've had our fill of Bostad. It's very pretty, but once you've seen a little bit of it in enough streets, you kind of get the idea. We're also hungry. I'm sure there's lots of Midsommar celebrations happening, but after the big one, I think they tend to be like people go to their houses and then just think like Thanksgiving. You just hang out with your family. And our family's not here. It's just the two of us. So we're gonna go see if there's anywhere to eat and then roll out of town. Thank you, Circle K. I'm a little tired. Don't know why. Not for lack of sleep. We slept in. We've only gone 4 miles and we need to get to Denmark, so. Oof. Here's a house that looks like it's gonna be remodeled or maybe torn down. I really hope not. It's even got some lions out front, you know, like old fancy houses we have. Oh, cool VW bus. Sick car. Down here below, this portion of the house looks like it used to be, you know, inside. Look at the paintings that used to be on some wall in the basement. At least that's what it looks like to me. Looks like there used to be a roof line added right around there. So that would have been underground. It's always fascinating to see what used to be hidden but is now revealed. I hope this house doesn't get torn down. Beautiful. Look at that green roof and the brick. Okay, we're 5.35 miles in today. I'm not kidding. And it's 5:35. One of those funny but useless little fun facts. And we're also right back where we started. We camped like right there. But now this rail trail, which is kind of nice, it'll just be a straight shot, I think will take us pretty far. Maybe all the way to Angel Home. Well, I doubt we'll get there tonight because 1, I'm tired, and 2, I'm tired. I'm so good at this. So good at YouTube videos. Hey buddy, you ready to go? You ready? Okay, let's go. All this random trail shooting off the rail trail is up there. So this is what I wanted to show you. What do you think this is? A House for Ants? Name that movie. There are quite a few of these train to trails conversions in the US as well. And now I remember why I always avoided them if I could. They're very convenient. You don't have to worry about cars. There's not a lot of people on them. The road is smooth. It's easy to walk. But it's kind of like traveling to a beautiful city and then walking across that beautiful city inside a tunnel. There's really no point in just going to a city to walk across it and not seeing anything. And these tend to be very tunnel-like because they only maintained the path for the train, and so trees grew up right around it most of the time. And so you just don't see anything. So I've done 3.5 miles inside there, and it looked pretty much exactly like that almost the entire time. And occasionally I would see peeks through the trees and see beautiful Swedish countryside with rolling hills and beautiful little homes and farms. And I was missing all of it. Now I remember why I avoid these, because what's the point in coming here just to cross it if you don't see anything while you're crossing it? Regardless, we've made it to the next little town. It's called Grevi. And I think it's just a little village more like than an actual town, but at least we're seeing it, not just imagining it. I feel like I won't get demonetized if I sing on my YouTube videos, right? Even if they're copyrighted songs, because for some reason I really want to say, you've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth criminal. Anyway, here's our view. Sometimes when Jack stretches, he does these little toe extension things like that. Oh my gosh, I was actually going to make a joke and say this is what his feet look like after he's done one of those, but then he did one of them and it was amazing. He's an amazing creature. He should be like in a circus where they can say like, check out this incredible animal. But he's just cute, like that's his only incredible feature. Besides the fact that soon he will have walked across Europe. And no, I don't know what that was either. Nor does Jack. But look at these frosted tips. Okay, JT, we see you. Can't remember the name of the artist. Is it Jay Sean, who has a song that goes, baby, are you down, 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 down? But if he was talking to the temperature around here, they could have said yes, because the temperature is down. It is cold in a way that pulling on a jacket feels really good. Entrance. Don't you dare say anything about farting. It's not what that says. Jack. Look at this perfect little neighborhood. Perfect little street. Perfect little quaint Hughes houses. Very quiet. No problems. Just suburbia. That is what I call pride in your hedges. That is almost perfectly uniform. They've also got some very vibrant flowers. Very good work. Good work, random Swedish house. I'm excited to get to Denmark just for like the sake of progress, new country. This is kind of fun to get to another place, but I've heard that the camping anywhere kind of concept is not quite as strong in Denmark. I am a little bit worried about that. True, there was no camping anywhere concept at all in America, and I made that work, but I think I've gotten soft, so I'm used to it now. If you pause this video and read this little introduction to this nature reserve, you can see that whoever wrote this in English really wanted to be a poet that day. Look at that. That's pretty. I don't know if this camera really picks up how insanely pink that is right there, but I turned around because I looked behind me, and it does. That's more accurate. That is unedited, no filter. That is insanely pink. Holy cow! All right, the sunset's over. We were right next to a house, and a lad and a lady came out because they were also checking out the sunset, and then we ended up talking to them for 20 or so minutes. Jack, hold on. That's odd. That's two people in a row that were like, oh, so where do you sleep at night? I'm like, well, you know, gotta kind of find a spot. And it would have been really easy for them to be like, we've got a spot. I would have been like, perfect. But they're both like, gotcha. Well, good luck with that, as it's this dark. Interesting. But I get it. Inviting a rando onto your property or on the spot is it's a rare person that feels comfortable doing that. So we're actually going to go back to the train track because we're in the middle of a lot of farm fields. Oh, this would have been the perfect place to take a picture. I was looking for a really good foreground for that amazing sunset. This is a field of purple flowers right here. That would have been primo. I went the wrong way. That's so disappointing actually, because the foreground in those sunset pictures is just very blah. And this would have been ideal. Anyway, so we're going to go back to the train track because it runs through like kind of a lot of undeveloped area. There's woods around it. And there really isn't around here. It's just a bunch of farm fields. I'm guessing people didn't want to develop right around the train track because who wants to live right next to a train track? This is a nice house. Lots of lights. All right, well, it started raining. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's raining. Luckily, before we got to the train track, we found this woods to the right, and it was really hard to get into. Like, there was a wall of shrubs until we found like an inlet where cars might be able to drive in maybe, but it was super overgrown. Anyway, the woods from satellite views looked crazy dense. Like, it looked out of the question. I was like, there's gonna be so much undergrowth, it's gonna be gross. But I peeked in the little alley where cars go in, and it's like the canopies are almost perfect. So it looks super dense from above, but it's super empty inside. It's just super dark right now. It's the darkest I've ever seen Sweden, even though today is supposed to be the day with the most sun, so that was kind of weird. But literally, it's like midnight black out there. I'll try to show you some more footage in the morning, but it was so open. Anyway, and then it started raining, but because the canopy was so dense, it was raining like kind of hard, and it only started like dripping from the leaves pretty much as soon as I got the tent up. Like, it was incredible timing, so I feel really fortunate. Jack is here. We're all set up. My cart is under my umbrella, and it has its own little weatherproofing too. And so we just got a good stroke of luck right there. That this spot is like, it's like this perfectly round hill, and it's like flat on top with this really green canopy above us. We did hear some noises that sound like boars, like pigs almost. And I googled it, and I was like, does Sweden have wild boars? And it said they went extinct and they were reintroduced in the 80s. In the 80s there was 100. In the 90s, there was 500. And I thought, like, okay, so now there's going to be a couple thousand. Now there's 300,000 wild boars in Sweden, so. Oh, I thought I was hearing the boar again outside the tent. But that's just Jack snoring, because his throat is on one of my lens cameras, my camera lens containers. And so he's snoring. He went to sleep fast. Like, anyway. So, good night, basically, is what I'm saying. I took 2 minutes and 13 seconds to explain to you good night. And that's embarrassing. But I hope you like it. Love you. Bye.